poker peeps? It's the Hatter. Welcome to vlog number 8, and I'm gonna go ahead and be honest with y'all. In pre-planning, I wanted this vlog to be about me going to Trooper Thursday. For y'all that don't know the Trooper is pretty much the OG of the poker vlogging world. He started way back in the day. I remember seeing vlogs where he was in Biloxi, and he spent some time over in Jacksonville, Florida, and he played at some of the best bets that I did. And I've been in Trooper Thursday a couple of times. I love the environment, and I love the Trooper. The Trooper is a great guy. So I had it all worked out, and he was super nice. I'll post some of our conversation here, just so y'all know this dude is legit, good dude. If you ain't following him, you should be following him. As I say, he was very open for me to come and just film, and I was so excited about it. But the Trooper and the Trooper gang get behind him, and they stake him into the main event. What an awesome opportunity for him. I hope he runs well. But what I want to say is he reached out to me well in time to let me know that unfortunately Trooper Thursday was going to be canceled so he could play in the main event, which is completely understandable. And just that he took the time out of his day to remember to reach back to me, because this was like a week or so later, maybe longer, just shows what type of dude he is and how much he cares about the poker community. So shout out to you, Trooper. I really appreciate you. And even though we couldn't work it out this time, the next time I'm in Vegas on a Thursday, I will definitely be at Trooper Thursday, and I really appreciate everything you've done. But with everything that doesn't work out, something else works out. So that day that I was supposed to be at Trooper Thursday, I ended up meeting a guy named Sean. And Sean owns a poker club out in Texas. It's called The Spot Social, I believe. Yes, The Spot Social Club in Livingston, Texas. So shout out to you, Sean. You was a great guy. Me and you've had some conversations, and hopefully you was very open for me to come out there and maybe vlog. I've never been to Texas. So maybe in the future, a little teaser here, maybe a Hatter road trip to Texas. What y'all think about that? Should the Hatter go to Texas, play at the Social Club? Seems like a pretty good opportunity. A lot of fun times. Like I said, Sean seems like a very cool cat like myself. I think me and him love the poker community the same. So that is something that I definitely will be looking into here in the coming months, of maybe taking a road trip out to Texas. So that was a blessing. And then in this vlog, we changed it up. We end up going to Caesar's Palace, where I have always historically run terribly. Let's see if we can turn that around and book a win at Caesar's. And then after that, because it ain't a super long session, pretty short session, honestly. And then I meet up with some Team Hatter members, and we go down to Fremont, and I got some clips of us just down there having a good time. Fremont Street, the experience is one of my favorite things to do in Vegas when I go out there. At least one night, I like to go out there and just blow off steam, have drinks, and have a little fun. Because there's more to life than grinding cards and all that. You got to go have fun, and there's no better time than Fremont, especially when you have good people with you. And I had one of Team Hatter's finest with one of his buddies out there, and we had a blast.
Good morning. This is not a paid service announcement, but just good advice from the Hatter. If you're going to hang out with Team Hatter, pack you some liquid IV, because you need to get up and go the next morning. Wow, might have had one too many. Let's get the liquid IV and get back at it. Whew.
All right, so we jump into the 1-3 at Caesar's Palace, in for 300. Within the first hand, I get ace king. We lose minus 65 in that hand, so we add on another 100. Then we get the jacks, and we end up losing 85 with the jacks when we run jacks into queens. But now we get kings. We end up making a big 3-bet over an open. My man flats. The flop is 5-3 deuce. Can barely see it here. All the money gets in on the flop, and yes, he flopped a set, and the run bad at Caesar's Palace continues. Whew, that was rough there at Caesar's Palace, the second part you just saw right there. But this is one thing that I'm really glad about. These are the ones in the part of my vlog I want to talk about. So the other day when I was at Mandalay Bay, with session of that you saw, I ran really good. And one of my buddies ran pretty good, and we all had good days and everything's fun. But there was a guy in that game, and he followed me on Twitter, and I hope you get to see this, sir. And we talked a little bit. He ran so bad, like within just a little 4 hours that he was probably there. I know I turned a set against him when he had trip kings. A guy rivered a straight against him. He had a set of threes, and someone caught an ace with pocket aces on the river to outdo his set. And to be honest with you, there's probably 2 or 3 more. And pretty much he battled and he battled and he battled. And when he got busted the last time with the set of threes, when the guy rivered the ace, he got up kind of quickly and left, but he was a professional about it. And knowing the guy a little bit, the much I talked to him, I think he plays a lot, so he understands the swings, and they're still hard to deal with. And when we talked on Twitter for a second, I think he was like, he said something about he shouldn't have left so quick or whatever, but it's way better. So the reason I tell that story is to tell you this. You just seen what happened at Caesar's Palace. Now, when I was starting out as a recreational player, this deck of cards right here would drive me crazy. It would drive me crazy. And I didn't understand how people could hit 2-outers and stuff like that. And if you play online, you think it's rigged and all that. Nope. This deck right here is unforgiving. It does not care about your feelings, what you think is right. Anytime it can pull up the card that you need or you don't need. So I say that because if you're a recreational player and you're starting out, or when I've done it, when I'd have bad days like what happened at Caesar's Palace, he would eat at me. A lot of times I'd go get in my truck, and I ain't gonna lie, I'd probably hit the steering wheel, and I just thought that the poker gods hated me, and a lot of times I was just playing bad, didn't know back then that I wasn't that great of a player. So I guess the moral of this, or what I'm trying to get across, is you got to learn how to deal with the losses. They're going to come no matter what. And when you learn to deal with them and not let them tilt you and bury yourself bigger or anything, and at the end of the day, it's just a card game. That's all it is. It's just a card game. Yes, we want to win, especially most of the people that I know probably follow me are competitive. I'm competitive. I don't like to lose, but it's part of the game. So I just want to end this with saying this. I think it's important I show my losses and talk about them, because that's when you really have the ability to improve your game. Whether it's figuring out why you lost, what you could have done different, was it something strategical you did wrong, or just dealing with the mental game. I lost 400, but I can't let it bother me. I can't let it bleed into the next session or the next decision point. And I'm gonna make a lot more errors, but that's part of it. At the end of the day, I do it for the love of the game, y'all. Oh, yeah, press the wheel, man. Press the wheel. What we got here? What we got? What we got? What you just want jackpot?
I'm in your shirt. That's all I want to do.
$75 million. You just want to buy it out. You said no shit to me, bro. That's like 2.2 million. The Hatter. Yeah, buddy. Yes, sir. Now. All right, y'all. So we've been in Vegas. We just got done packing up for tomorrow. So I just want to give y'all a look around in my room and pretty much how I do my stuff as a content creator. I know a lot of people I know I'd have been interested to see all this. So I got a tripod, helps with the filming, setting up the phone and everything. Hopefully the next big investment we're gonna make is a camera. As you can see, we got a tablet, got 2 charging bricks for the phone, external hard drive to hook up to the phone. I think it's 3 terabyte. Chapstick, if you're from where I'm at, you need this stuff because it's so dry out there. That's a Vegas tip. Bought a couple decks of cards. You'll see a couple more. Pocket Jack was given to me by one of my good buddies who wanted me to start a vlog a long time ago. So shout out to you, Josie Wells. Pokerrags.com. I was inspired by D-Gaff, who has a podcast called Sessions. And cockroach mentality, don't let no one tell you can't do it, because I'm a living, breathing proof of it. So there we go. We got the laptop, of course, set up by the window, a little bit of the Vegas view. And I'm always repping my people, my Discord. They're the driving force behind me. I cannot thank them enough for everything they've done, just being there for me, being supportive of me as a content creator and just as a human being. So a lot of thanks to them. So I'll leave y'all with that. All right, y'all, that's what my room looks like while I'm trying to grind some cards and just spread positivity and love. All right, y'all, have a good one. What up, my poker peeps? It's your boy, the Hatter. Boy, you ain't gonna see this on many vlogs. As y'all saw, it was a catastrophe in Vegas. Flight delayed 7 hours. Finally, we get here to Charlotte. Do I live in Charlotte? Do I live in North Carolina? No, sir. I live in Florida. So it's 2:45 a.m. in Charlotte, and the next flight home to Florida ain't until 8 a.m. So by my calculations, that's like over 5 hours that we gotta sit here and figure out something to do. You know what I say? Even life got variance, y'all. But we ain't gonna let it bother us. The Hatter's still gonna smile because I had a great time. So we'll sleep sooner or later. All right, y'all. Let's go see if we can get someone and I don't know, bring positivity to someone because I know a lot of people are upset today. All right, y'all. Later. You ever feel like you're the only person in the airport? This is so crazy. Just the only dude in the airport. Wow. 26 hours later, but we still smiling. We finally back in Florida. Now it's time to grind. We coming back next year. Let's go.